Here's the question you can ask yourself to determine whether or not something should be included in the scope. Does this information help contractors decide if they want to download the plans and bid documents and look at the project more closely? Hey there, I'm Brian Daugherty, co-founder of Civcast, where we help civil engineering firms reach more bidders and save hours of time in their bid phase. In this episode number 1, I'm going to share with you how to write the perfect scope for civil construction projects. The purpose of the project scope is to help contractors quickly determine if they're interested in the project. This begs the question, how do you do that well? How do you write the perfect project scope? What kind of information should be included in the project scope? What are the key components? And how should these components be organized? The opportunity here is to showcase your company's expertise, proficiency, skill, and become the kind of company that not only impresses clients, but also the kind of company that contractors want to do business with. This is all about building great relationships with contractors by communicating clearly and being fair with contractors for the benefit of your client. No, this is not going to make a monumental difference, but it does move the ball forward, and lots of incremental changes add up to a monumental difference. So Civcast has tens of thousands of registered contractors. And so we talk to a lot of contractors. We have great relationships with contractors of all sizes, and contractors talk to us. What I've learned is that the better you communicate, the more integrity you have, the more contractors will want to bid on your projects and the more they'll want to work with you. And writing a perfect scope is one of those things that helps. So this is meant to be a guide. Not all projects will have all the components. The question you want to ask yourself is, does this component apply to my project? And if it does, then you want to make sure you put it in the scope. So here we go. Component number 1. At the top of your scope, you want to include a clear, short description. This is a high-level summary of the project that communicates the type of work. So examples of type of work might be wastewater treatment plant, underground utility, paving, excavation, etc. An example of a great description would be Big Creek Lift Station number 1 or water plant improvements. The description can be a title or a full sentence, but you really don't want to use more than 2 sentences. The goal here is to be short but descriptive. Make it bold so it stands out. You want a contractor to be able to identify what kind of project they're looking at in less than 5 seconds. That is the test you want to use. So if you were to write the project description on a sign and hold it up to a contractor for 5 seconds and then put it down, would the contractor be able to tell you what the project is about? If your description passes the 5-second test, then you've gone a long way toward helping the contractor quickly decide if they're interested and if they want to know more about the project. A couple other notations you'll want to make in the description, if they apply. If it's a maintenance project, I would definitely put that in the description. And if it's a CMAR project, you're going to want to put that in the description as well. And you can just put in parentheses, maintenance or CMAR. I would also highly recommend you put an estimate. I know many engineers do not like to put an estimate, but it really helps the contractor quickly determine if the project is too big or too small or just right. And you can put a range. You don't have to put an exact amount. So component number 2. The next thing you want to include is relevant location information. Keep it short, no more than 1 line. Most often this is going to be a city or a county, or if it's a stretch of highway or an intersection, you might add that as well. So the location matters to contractors. It gives them information about distance and accessibility. So this helps contractors quickly determine if the project is too far. It answers the question, is this project in an area where I bid work? Below the location, you put component number 3, details and key measurements. This includes major or unique bid items and/or items with large quantities. This is where you can provide a more detailed paragraph or a list of important measurements. This is the second date. The first date is the description. Am I interested in the project? You never go too deep on the first date. Keep it lighthearted. On the second date, you're getting to know one another and the conversation gets a little more serious. The details are like the second date. For example, if you're advertising a pipeline or an underground utility project, you might post the linear feet and the size of the line. If you're advertising a wastewater treatment plant, you may list what the project entails: a new headworks facility, a new primary clarifier, new aeration basins, and so on. So here's an example of a sewer line rehabilitation project. You can see the short title and the short location, and below that they have a list of some of the key measurements. Bullets are much easier to skim than paragraphs. Sometimes you cannot avoid a paragraph, but if you can, try to use bullets. Here's another example. This is a pump station. You can see the short, clear title, the location, and then the amplified details are below. The details help contractors continue to ask the question, is this project for me? But also, is this project too large or too small for me? Some projects are too large for small contractors and too small for large contractors. When it comes to the details and measurement section, you still want to consider the length. You want to be as long as you must, but as short as you can. Shorter is always better, but you don't want to make it so short that it's meaningless. All right, finally, component 4 is what I call the junk drawer. The junk drawer goes at the bottom and includes all the miscellaneous information that does not fit in the other sections. Are bidders pre-qualified? Where does the funding come from? All of this is information that may help a contractor determine if he or she is interested in the project, but it's not the first thing they consider. This is information of secondary importance. So what about items that don't belong in the scope? Is there anything you should leave out? Yes. Some items may go in your bid notice, but not in your scope. For example, the owner, the bid date, information about a pre-bid meeting, how to obtain plans and bid documents, the location or website where sealed bids are received, bid bond information. These are all items that may go in your bid notice, but are not really part of the scope. And some items need to be moved out of the bid notice and the scope altogether. For example, the bid form, warranty information, special requirements, the name of the project manager who advertised the project, legal information. Some organizations will write scopes that are 20 paragraphs long, and you really don't need to do all of that. Here's the question you can ask yourself to determine whether or not something should be included in the scope. Does this information help contractors decide if they want to download the plans and bid documents and look at the project more closely? You don't have to put all the details in the scope. You can save the details for the bid documents. You just want enough to help contractors decide if they want to open the specifications and look at the project more closely. So in conclusion, component number 1, a short description. Component number 2, location. Component number 3, details and key bid items. And component number 4, the junk drawer. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to the CivCast channel. Be sure to smash the like button, leave me a comment, or share this video with someone that you care about that you think it can serve. And as always, no matter who you are or what background you're from, I want to encourage you to be a person of love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control.